Hi, this is Bonnie with Pray Ask Gifts, and we are on the last day of our healing challenge. We are on day 10. And today we're going to look at a couple of things that we can do that will help us to stay healthy. But before we do that, we'll have a quick recap of what we learned during this challenge. On day one, we learned how separation from God, from His love and His Word, separation from others, and separation from ourselves can cause disease. On day two, we looked at how sin separates us from God and from His healing. On day three, we looked at how our thinking impacts our health and the importance of believing God. On day four, we looked at thoughts that can actually cause the chemistry in our body to malfunction. Fear. On day five, we looked at thoughts that can cause our immune system to attack healthy cells, such as guilt and shame. On day six, we looked at some things that can cause heart attacks, cancer, increase in cholesterol, increase in blood pressure, anxiety, depression, and stress. And those are thoughts of bitterness. On day seven, we looked at unforgiveness as a block to healing. And on day eight, we looked at pride. Day nine, we looked at a few other blocks to healing, such as entitlement, not seeking God, not caring for our bodies, sexual sins, criticizing, and complaining. But today, we're going to look at two things that can keep us healthy: praying with authority and a happy heart. So, praying for authority, many times when we pray for someone, our prayers are prayers of petition where we say, God, would you please heal my loved one? But we see in the New Testament many times Jesus would actually speak to the illness and tell it to leave. Or he would speak to the person and tell their body what to do. Stretch out your hand, receive your sight, things like that. So this is one of the ways that Jesus ministered healing, and it's a prayer that he gave his followers the authority to pray. So if you've been praying for a person and you've been praying prayers of petition, I would recommend praying with authority. And there's an excellent book by Mark Bubeck called The Adversary that talks about the authority that Christians have and gives sample prayers that you can pray that way. And actually, the first time I prayed with authority was one of the things that made me know for sure that Jesus really was God, because I prayed in his name. And I had been praying prayers of petition for a loved one who was ill and hadn't seen any improvement. But the minute I began praying the prayers of authority, commanding the illness to leave, I felt the power of God go right through me and go out to start a healing process in another person. And I knew right then that Jesus was God. So praying the prayer of authority can be very effective. It can increase your faith and it can heal the people that you love. The other thing we're going to look at today is a happy heart. Proverbs 17:22 says, a happy heart is good medicine and a joyful mind causes healing. I think this is why Satan tries so hard to give us bad news all the time, 24/7, so we won't be happy and joyful, and so we won't be in good health. Also in Philippians 4:4, Paul says, rejoice in the Lord always. And then in Nehemiah, we learn why. And Nehemiah 8:10 tells us the joy of the Lord is our strength. So it's been proven scientifically that laughter can decrease stress, decrease cortisol, and we looked at what cortisol does to the body, have a positive effect on dopamine and serotonin. Laughter therapy is effective and scientifically proven. So we have two challenges today. Our first challenge is if you've been petitioning God for an illness that's not improving, try praying a prayer of authority. Again, get the book by Mark Bubeck if you have more questions on that. And then the day 10 challenge number 2. I've put a list of, or a link to a list of Christian comedians. So watch some of those. Try laughing for 5 to 10 minutes today. And again, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful challenge. I hope it's helped you. I know it's helped me. And thank you again. Bye-bye.